Look at this, guys. I don't know what's going on here, but we've got a beetle in the house and we are going to do a very strange repair to it. And you can see Scooby is definitely doing the right job. Just walking around, wagging the tail. Anyway, I better get in there and help. We're going to get this. We're going to get this thing on the hoist, and then we'll talk about what the issue is. So, as you can see, this part here that's lying on the ground needs to go in the car somewhere. Now, as you can see, there's a bit of timber here, which I don't think that's going to pass roadworthy. We could probably try, but I'm sure they would probably laugh at us.
My carpentry heritage came to fruition.
His carpentry work. Now, we are not to blame for this. This is how we have bought this vehicle. So please, no bad comments. You can see someone down the track has gone and actually cut the floor out, which is pretty bad. And you can see down there where it has actually snapped off the body right across here. So we are going to sleeve this with some steel and weld it back on again. So that's our torsion tube. Now obviously we need to remove the brake lines. We've got to do a lot of cleanup before we even get ready to weld, but we're going to stick it up on the hoist so I can get to both sides of it. And we've got to do some machining on the lathe for the sleeve that's going to go inside there, just for extra security. So that's the job for today. This is a 1973.
Hasn't been on the road since 1988.
1988.
Yeah, it's the last rego sticker on its 1988. There you go. Have a look.
Okay, we'll go and have a look around here.
Have a look. So make sure I'm not telling you the fibs.
Look at this.
Last rego.
Last rego, 1988. So we are resurrecting this little beauty. And
for this little beauty.
For this little beauty.
So excited.
This is going to be Kira's new little weapon to fly around in. And potentially this one here might go in it as well, but we're not sure. You need to do more quality control work.
Yeah, geez, good.
You can't be doing that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to get this thing on the hoist, and then we're going to remove the carpentry back here and get this sucker welded in.
About that height to work at, look at? Or
No,
higher?
you can go higher.
No, do you want to?
Yeah, that'll do. Whatever, you can lock it off there.
Oh, go.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Feels solid.
So she's up on the hoist. Let's have a bit of a look-see underneath. That one's...
So what's happened, Kira? This part here of your engine on that side has been
snapped.
What
Now,
gone.
Oh,
That's the part that holds the wheel on.
that part right
it
there.
just
part there.
disappeared.
No, there it is. So they've had a crash or something, and they've
Well, we don't actually know what's
it's come
caused
off.
it, why it's broken off, but I don't see any impact marks anywhere on the pan. So
no,
that's,
neither did I. And the
there's
the guard was off. So I don't. You can see that's got scratch marks here. It's been hit. Something's caught here. So I reckon it's got the wheel.
It's pulled the wheel.
Either pulled the wheel completely
You can
out.
see that, there's marks.
Yeah.
So it's actually yanked the wheel backwards.
It looks that way.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean, you
pretty
can see here
Let's
that
take
it's...
the wheel off, yeah.
Yeah, it's got that. This is obviously sheared off as well.
Yeah, it's been
So-
pulled backwards. Yeah, it's cracked from the front or top.
Anyway,
So that's a whole void there. There's nothing in there.
that's right.
Oh, there's a sleeve.
There is a sleeve inside it. Yeah, right.
I can go that deep already with my sleeve.
Yeah. There's just no way to plug it on this side. That's all.
No.
She's got these big things in the way. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. It'll just go all the way in as
We'll
much
have a
as
good
you
look in
can.
that hole anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that brake line we can actually just undo.
Yeah, just take that out of the
That
way.
whole
That'll,
bracket
that'll
out of the
give
way.
us some clearance, and then
Good clearance.
we're good to go.
I should take the flammable out from inside before we weld inside too.
Yeah, well, that's easy.
Okay, cool.
Bing!
There you go, there you go. The temporary support is being removed.
Okay.
8mm ratchet.
We're taking out.
Okay.
We're taking
Quality VW suspension product.
out. I don't know about that.
Scooby, you're lying.
Now, you do realise in Brazil it probably is a quality piece of VW suspension componentry.
They've got enough trees to play with it.
No. Or it's Colombia, isn't it? Isn't that where they go and slap them all together?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
we're going to get all this stuff out of the way so we can get to the
bits that we need.
offending article right here that needs cleaning up.
I'm not offended at all.
And then hopefully we can get this fixed. Alright, we'll get this arm out of the way.
Same thickness, yeah. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to coffee up.
You coffee up.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Scooby, keep an eye on him. In case he needs help.
That's right.
You tell him, Scooby.
No, there's no food. It's not happening.
Don't be too sure.
Not till later.
I brought an apple up here, she's eyeing it off.
So we've got some burrs that we're just going to take out with this guy. Just so we can work out that inner dimension, and then we're going to turn down this pipe. That's going to be our inner sleeve, and then we can start cleaning up the area and get it ready for welding.
Mate! It's too
All
low.
right,
It's
so
too low. It's too low. I need another holder.
we've got our little hobby lathe here, and we've got to turn down the outer diameter by about 1 millimetre. And don't let me convert that into imperial because I don't know.
How is that?
How many thou is that? No, I don't know.
How many? We're going to take a millimetre, 40,000?
Yeah, 40 thou, something like that. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to machine a 7 inches. There you go, 7 inches. And that hopefully will sit inside our broken tube. So we'll get that done. See how we go. As you can see, we have no idea what we're doing. Okay guys, so here is the machined part, and that's basically off the lathe. We've got some marks on it. One of the parts is going to slot inside here up to that line. We've got some plug holes that we're going to weld around it, and then obviously the rest of it is going to go in to this section here. So we've gone and deburred the inside of this, and obviously the sleeve's going to go all the way inside there. It's a very tight press fit. We're going to have to give it a good whack, and then we'll come back around here and weld right around this guy, and then also it gets welded to this section here as well. So 2 spots. There is some other body work we're going to have to do. This guy here has been twisted. You can see it's out of alignment, so we're going to have to bend this back, and that hole will dictate to, well, the hole on that part down there is going to dictate where this hole needs to be. So I think we're out about 10 mil. That's how much this has moved, and we suspect what's happened is this thing's been in a whack by these marks here up the top, and it's actually hit the wheel and just pulled that part of the body back, and obviously gone and cracked the torsion tube. So with the sleeve, that will bring it back into alignment. We've checked all the rest of these. Obviously these guys aren't bent. They're just so solid it's not funny. And they're quite solid. You can see under there's no distortion in any of that. So yeah, we've got the datum points off that side there to make sure that everything is to be aligned properly, and we'll go from there. So we'll just get this sleeve plug welded onto the torsion tube here, and then we can slot the whole thing in and continue. So we'll fire up the welder, go from there. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got the sleeve pressed into the tube, and it's plug welded all the way around. That's just going to keep it from moving around. And the next thing, obviously, now we're going to fully weld the seam all the way around and put the rest of the sleeve into the car. So we'll get that done. For any budding welders, I just did it with the TIG on 85 amps, and yeah, just basically did a little molten pool and filled it up. So that's just going to stop that sleeve from moving around once she's all done. So let's get it up into the top up here and get it into position. Okay, so we have pushed it into its spot. As you can see under here, we've pretty much got it where it needs to be. We've got obviously a bit of a gap there, a couple of mil gap that we're going to fill with weld, but the sleeve's gone home inside, which is great news. We were a bit worried about the whole alignment, but it's aligned up here where it needs to be, right there, and it's aligned at the corner there, and aligned up there at the bolt too. So we're all looking good for this to be a successful repair. So the next job now is going to be for me just to go and lay some welds around this guy, top and bottom, and we might just swap over to the MIG for this, because it's you know, welding upside down with a TIG is quite difficult. So we might just fire up the MIG and just yeah, run a bead right around it. Alright, have a look guys, so we can actually this is what some muppet has done before Oven Boy got it. They chopped out the damn floor. Look how crazy that is. Instead of just taking the damn pan off. Anyway, so we can see, we can get into the top here to weld along the top of that, which is fantastic. I've got a brake line there, so I've just got to juggle around that one. But we'll add a couple of tacks along the top here, and then we can get this thing welded up. So let's keep going. Okay, so we're all welded up, and you can see from underneath here, that's the TIGs.
The fans are starting to fly around, so it's dark.
Yeah, we're getting dark. There we go there. That's had quite a few passes on that, and then up on top of it as well. Not sure if you can actually see that up there, but that's done up there as well. So job done. We've just got to obviously weld that piece of the floor back on. That'll be another job for another day. But all in all, we are finito. So we will sign off on this job with the bright lights and the darkness and the fruit bats, and I don't know, is there any bread left inside?
Damn straight there is.
Excellent, I'm going in to eat some. All right boys and girls, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.